We are back for another episode of Can I Beat the Pole Lap here in F1 2025. Now this of course is Imola or Emilia Romagna or Made in Italy, whichever you prefer. I'm going to go by Imola. That's the old classic, the old vintage, which I love. And you know, a quick note for a second here, this might be the last time we race here, so hopefully we do see Imola retained on the calendar. Now let's talk about a few things. Number one, yes, I'm late. Why am I late? Because I was away this past weekend. I was in the UK for a family trip. However, there was an event in the O2 and it had F1 25 available to play, and I also managed to snag a little interview with one Gavin Cooper, creative director I believe for the F1 series. So that will be on the channel this week, so stay tuned. But that will be a special different bit of content on my end, as we today are going to try and beat Oscar Piastri's pole lap, and that is what the objective of this video is going to be. So today we're looking to try and match a 1:14.670, ideally beat it really, and yeah, we're going to see how we get on. Now there is one thing to note: Verstappen took all the plaudits. He was the star of the show with that ridiculous move, lap 1, turn 1, ran the outside of Russell and Piastri to eventually win the race. But nonetheless, we're going to jump in and we are going to try and look to beat the pole lap. So here we go, over the line to get today's video started. Tamburello, first chicane. We love a vintage F1 track. 5th gear through there, maybe 4th. We'll see. I think 5th will be the way to go as we now head towards Villeneuve. That's where Sonoda, of course, rolled it big time on the weekend. Then we head into Tosa. Oh, quite a bit of understeer there on the front, but we have plenty of runoff, which is a common theme around here. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Piratella, turn 9. Oh, I had to really delay that one. Lots of understeer. Aqua Minerale. Use every bit of the curbs to maximise the track speed. Variante Alta chicane. Braking at the 50, over the curbs, car reacting well, use every bit of the runoff as we now plunge down towards the Ravazzas. First one. Lots of curb in, not so much out. Second Ravazza, a bit too much inside curb, but lap done then. Over the line, a little bit further back, but the track distance is still the same, so the lap time doesn't change. It just means the lap time starts later, but 1:19.6, that is going to be not bad. Exactly 5 seconds away. Now, there's a few factors at play here. Number one, we don't have the realistic tyres. We don't have the C6 soft tyre. So that might factor into the time. We'll see. We have the C5s, which to be fair, actually were pretty decent if you look at the Astons and George Russell. So let's make some setup adjustments and let's see what we can do. So that run was on the hard tyre, the C3. We're now going to drop to a C4. We're going to keep the pressures unchanged. We're going to halve the fuel just to kind of progressively get faster. We're going to up the engine mode on the MGUK. We're going to up the engine brake. And crucially, it's Imola. We need downforce. So we are going to max this out pretty much. We have a big main straight, but I feel like we want to be quick in the corners. I'm going to move the bias, I think, straight to 52, to be honest, all the way to the rear. I don't think it's a very big braking circuit, so I think we can run rearward bias and get more rotation. We're going to drop all the differentials to get a bit more rotation in general, and we're also going to be a bit more aggressive on our camber settings and toe settings, front and rear. So we're going to bring those down quite a bit, and we'll see how the car reacts. Elsewhere, we're going to keep the heave springs and suspensions fine for now. All I want to do is drop the ride height. We'll go for 2 and 3. So 2 the front, 3 rear, and I'll just drop the rear roll bar a bit, and I'll knock a little off the front as well. So let's give this a crack. Now, I mentioned before, we're going to talk about it. The track limits are actually a big topic of discussion because the track has been heavily revised. I didn't watch the action live, and I was catching it afterwards. And when I saw it, I couldn't believe how much they modified the track limits. They made the white lines really thick in certain points to basically expand or extend the track limit. Also, the curbs got moved back a lot. And generally, it's going to allow you to really push the lap time and push the lap records, which is something that is a theme this year. So let's see how we get on this one. Tamburello, medium tyres. I'm going to scrub a bit more speed on the entry to get a better line on the second part, and crucially the exit. You can see already 3/10 up as we tip it into Villeneuve. Easy does it there. Track limit and gravel. We're going to hit you all at once, basically. Tosa, nicely done there. Lots of grip on the front end. You can see we've got the delta up, so we've got a decent reference as we head towards turn 9. A little bit early on the turn in there, a bit too much inside curb as we plunge downhill. Trust the downfalls, just turn in and hope the car sticks as we race to the chicane. Great braking, rotation, and crucially acceleration as we head towards Ravazza. Here we go. I'll take it in fourth this time. Could have actually carried a bit more speed. We go in a bit early there again through the last one, but we don't wash wide. Unlike the previous run, front of right, absolutely fried. Over the line we go. There's a 1:18.1, so still a ways to go, to be fair. Work to be done on the lap time, so let's get to work. Now, serious business. C5 soft tyre on the car. We're going to keep the pressures the same for now. We also have fuel data now, so we're going to halve that fuel again. We're going to run the highest possible NG UK mode, which is high. We're going to max out the engine brake. And then elsewhere, we're going to bring a few more adjustments into play. We're going to drop the diffs a little bit for a bit more rotation. We are going to push those camber settings. I'm going to max out the left side camber, and we're going to just push the right side, or the front right specifically, a bit more conservatively. I don't want to go as aggressive as the front left. As for the rear, we could probably max out the left rear, and we'll leave a little bit on the right rear as well, so the camber will be a touch more conservative. So running a bit of an asymmetric profile. Dampers, heave springs for now. This is going to be if we need, milliseconds or hundredths to really make a difference. We're going to up the wheel rates to improve front end sharpness on initial turn-in. Going to drop those rear ride height a little bit to level those out, and we're going to also just drop the wheel rate a touch on the rear. We're going to go down a bit more on the roll bar, front and rear, and we're going to give that a go. I won't even lie, this feels super quick. I'm very keen to see what we can do on this run. So here we go. Last corner, lap underway. I think we're going to run out of battery deployment, but we'll sort that out in a bit when we get to manually override the battery on our final runs. But here we go then. Underway. Look at the straight line speed difference. Into Tamburello, a little bit deep, but we just hang on to it. The engine mode is going to do the rest and recover the exit. Villeneuve. We attack the second apex way more, and that gives us a decent first sector. Toes are also attacking the apex a bit more. The soft tyres giving us the grip. Front right starting to overheat. Just going to try and manage it a little bit if I can through the lap. Turning a bit later there through T9, and that's going to give us a bit more lap time. Already a second up. Aqua Minerale looks good. Gently move over to the left side for the chicane. Tip the car in. Could have attacked that second apex a little bit more, but we're looking good here. 1.5 seconds up, but we are about to run out of battery here. Fourth gear, a little bit wide, bit of a lock up on the way, and we just keep it on track limits. We also have a tighter last corner, much tidier in general, tighter line. We're not cutting the corner. We're going to bleed time over the line, but we do a 16.3. So we are now well within 2 seconds, 1.7 give or take. But that was a good little preview, and that gets us in the mix. But now let's make a few more final tweaks. Right, let's get to it. Tyres, I'm going to leave unchanged for now. We're going to put this fuel on 8 litres, which is going to be essentially minimum, or the lowest I can run. And now we're going to try and find some lap time elsewhere. Now, in terms of suspension adjustments, I will bring that roll bar down some more. On the front and rear, I'll up the wheel rate some more. on the front. I think that will work. I don't want to get the ride height any lower because I can hear bumping over the pitch straight, which I'll try and shut up and be quiet next time around. But the one thing that's going to help us on this one is going to be the engine mode. So we're going to switch the MGU-H to motor, and we're going to manually override the battery. So we're going to have more battery at the end of the lap, and that will make a huge difference. So let's send it with this. That will be the last of the car adjustments that I'm going to show you. So we're now just going to go flat out and we'll make micro tweaks. The car feels incredible, but now it's about really sending it and putting the lap together. So here we go. Ignore the HUD dash in the bottom right. I'm guiding my upshifts by the RPM lights on the steering wheel of the car, which is going to be more accurate and optimal. So here we go. Lap underway. Still got a bit of initial understeer there at turning. I think the tyres are just too cold into the first chicane to give me the grip that I want. Oh, Villeneuve's good there. Bit aggressive. Had to just take a little bit out on the exit. Toaster's a bit wide and a bit leery, but we'll keep it moving. Battery being deployed. We're finding time. Turn 9. That's a bit more like it. Got the turning point more accurately there. Acqua Minerale, just shove the car in and hope it works. And now for the chicane, big send here. Bouncing over the curbs. Could have attacked that second apex more, but that was a much quicker chicane. You can see the battery now is going down into the Ravazzas. Here we go. Broke a little bit early there, but we got plenty of curb. Bit too much there through the last corner, but we'll take it. Battery to the line. We'll gain some free lap time here. Look at that, over the start finish. We find exactly a second, and it's a 15.3. Right, so 7 tenths off. Just under, to be fair. 6.5 tenths. We know what to do. Just got to try and push now a bit more and take some risk. There's a bit more lap time in that, so let's get to it. Ah, that was such a good lap as well. That was going so well. We hooked up everything, but just a bit too much inside curb there. Damn. Looks like I'm consistent in terms of T-cam and cockpit. Exact same mistake twice in a row. Oh my god, I don't know if that was valid or not. I think we're okay. Oh, that wasn't okay though. I sent it in there, fully launched it. Also, by the way, I'm doing this because you do get a few comments saying, oh, but where's the cockpit view? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm just turning in too early. I don't believe it. Oh, that was such a good lap as well. I'm pretty certain it was an invalidation at Acqua Minerale, but still, it's an improvement. And we get a better delta for the first part of the lap. Oh, it's really ragged through there. There it is. There's the lap time. Still scruffy through there though. That's that lap over the line. Slightly quicker. Getting closer. Getting closer. 4 tenths away. I think I might have cut the chicane. A little bit deep at the Ravazzas. This is good. If we haven't cut, it will be enough. 14.5. But did I cut it? First part is good. Oh my god, we're going super early here. Right, this is going to require a significant, extensive VAR check. We're off. It's no good. The game didn't invalidate, but we did cut. Oh my god. That was such a good lap. 7.63. It was going so well. I just made a bit of an error at Tosa. .693. I'm 23 milliseconds off. I don't believe it. Nope. That was a bit of a scruffy lap in general. No big mistakes, just micro errors. Oh my god. 688. Are you freaking kidding me, mate? What is going on? Finally! Damn, I need to check that now because there was a few corners where I wasn't sure if we were in bounds or not. So, let's check it. I've watched the lap back. It's turn 2. I genuinely need to see this in proper slow-mo because I think one tyre at all points is on the white line. So here you'll see the front left go on the line, then go off. But as the front left goes off, the left rear stays on. So there's the front left. It goes off, the left rear is on, and the front left's on. Here you can see clearly the left rear is still on. And the front left, you can make a case it's potentially on. But the next frame, it will definitely be on. So we go forward, one more frame. Still on. You can see the left rear is still on. Front left is coming back on. There, you can see clear as day. And there is the decisive shot. We're on with both tyres on the white line. That is valid, even with a bit of gravel on the way through. set up, pause the video and just copy the values. I'm not even going to waste time. I've been on this for hours. I've actually recorded this video twice today, but the first one my mic didn't pick up, so we had to do it again, and we were successful on this attempt. Showing you exactly what I mean, it's 2:58 a.m. That is when I'm recording this. So guys, I would greatly appreciate a like. Second time recording this, and now nearly 3 in the morning. Subscribe for more. Down below you're going to have the mods for the car on the track, so go check those out. As always, a massive shout out to my channel members, but crucially, check out the 2 videos on screen, guys, for more videos like this. I think you're going to enjoy them, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend, guys. Monaco Grand Prix, alternate Monaco Grand Prix. Can I beat the Monaco pole lap? Big videos, very excited. F125 around the corner. We've got the interview this week as well, so a lot of stuff going on. So hopefully you guys tune in. Anyway, as always, shout out to the members. As always, check out the 2 videos on screen. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and it's goodbye from me. Ciao.